Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always, and welcome back to Forever Stranded Lost Souls. In the last episode, we went on a bit of an adventure. We were searching around for, well, a lot of different things. Specifically, we were looking for sources of leather because I forgot again that we already have sources of leather. By the way, I need a new axe. And I think it's time to make, don't want a smelting axe. I think it's time to make an axe that is, useful. So, yeah, I realize a lot of the stuff we could probably take and place in here. So yeah, we're gonna make a, what kind of axe do we want? I guess it'd be a hatchet. Can we make like a quartz? Is that a possibility? Or we could just make like a, ooh, it's chaotic. That seems nasty. Let's see. We could just make a bone. Or we could make, I don't even know, flint? We can make a flint hatchet. That'll work. That'll be good enough for now. Let's grab some of that. And let's see. Part builder. We're going to need a axe head. And I wish I could see like what all we could make this out of, but whatever. We're going to need, what else are we going to need? We're going to need a tool rod and a binding pattern. Let's make the tool rod out of flint as well. And then we'll use sticks for the bind. This is a very basic, easy, simple type of axe. Not really concerned too much. And it should work just fine. So, yeah, we have some stuff to do. We have some cool things today. We can use it. We can't actually. Whoops, we can't actually use it. Oh well. Do I really want to use the smelting one? I don't really want to use the smelting one. We could just make another axe out of iron, I guess. And use it for the time being. I guess that'll work. Anyways, what we are going to be doing today is, well, I was silly. There is a really easy way to make tons and tons of leather, and it's string. String is the way. We're also going to want plenty of these leather scraps, and we're going to try to work through a little bit more of Better mods. But I noticed that we have enough Infernium to get Infernium seeds. Now this is huge. This is really important, and we are going to immediately start planting these guys. Because one of the things that we still need a lot of is, well, we need experience. And wait, that's carrots. You're not supposed to be carrots. Let's give it seeds. And then these guys can also get broken down. We're going to need experience, and we're going to start growing more and more stuff so that we can get experience. And then eventually we will kind of forget about some of the stuff. We will either consolidate, or we'll make a new tank or do something to expand the farm. And we'll probably end up moving this more than anything and go from there. So actually, we could probably just get rid of a row of rice. And, you know what, up here, I think we're going to move our wood, our tree. So we're going to grab the hopping bonsai. We're actually going to make another one of these, because these things are so useful. I want more of them. And grab all this stuff. We'll grab the chest. And I guess let's break this as well. Cool. I don't really care about the cupboard Put that in here, I guess. We have plenty of saplings. I'm not going to worry about that. And we'll see if there's any other saplings that we want to make. But let's get another hopping bonsai. So we need just 5 brick and a piece of dirt. So let's get this sorted out. Piece of dirt. Let's go ahead and put all the sticks in there and grab a stack for ourselves. We're also going to need the hopper part of this, which is iron in a chest. We're going to want 2 chests, so let's grab 2 of those. And I don't know, I guess a stack of wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So let's make 2 chests. Turn 1 into a hopper. And we'll get this going. So this way we can get food, and we're going to probably slowly over time make more and more of these various like hopping bonsais, just because it's going to be useful. At the end of the day, it's just going to be the most useful thing we can make with all this stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Anyways, let's see. This is the food chest. Is there anything major in here? Right now, not really. We'll put a bunch of this stuff away later. But one of the big things that we're going to work on today is getting the Hibachi and the Bellows. Now, the Bellows requires a bunch of leather. These leather belts require leather straps, so we need, what, 5 leather? We need 4 more leather. And to get that, we're going to use string. So I forgot, I did this not that long ago, and then I completely forgot that the way to get all of the wonderful, what am I trying to say? The way to get all the wonderful stuff with Better with Mods, all the leather that we could ever want is, well, string. So we'll go ahead and leave that alone. Put that in there. Put this stuff in here. Put the sapling there. Alright, cool. And then I'll put the cooked apples in there as well. That is fine. But let's pop down here for a second. We have 10 levels. We do need to continue... Whoops, wrong thing. We do need to continue getting the building up, so we can get another level in building. And that will allow us to start working on getting these servos and whatnot. The item ducts the fluid ducts we can now do. And so we'll set up more automation stuff later with all this, once we're ready for that. So a lot of work to do, a lot of automation to do, and I've been considering if I want to expand our base. I'm not sure yet, so we'll get back to that eventually. Anyways, we need leather. And tan leather comes from cut leather, which comes from scoured leather, which comes from normal leather and leather scraps. So we need more of this stuff. And we can just do something like this. So 32 woven cloth. And I believe we can turn these into leather armor. And then we will we will get these processing and whatnot. So this is going to take a little bit of time, and it's really loud and annoying, so I will come back once we have this done. One other thing that I'm going to want to do relatively soon is get more axles. That is something that's going to be super important, and we just need rope. So that's something we'll get to work on as well. But I'm going to let this run and get all the leather scraps, because I believe that's how we do this. Yes, that gives us leather scraps. So I'm going to let this run and get all this stuff, and we'll come back once I have it. So, be right back. Alright, so that was really loud, but we finally have all of the leather that we'll need. We can make a bunch of it, and we can start working on it, which I realize we need... How many do we actually need? We need 5 pieces of leather, so we need 4 more, and we actually need to scour them first. So we're going to walk away from that. We're going to come up here and do some other work. And yeah, so let's put that in there. We need 4 more, so those can go in there. And then what are we going to need? We're going to need 4 tanned hides, we need scoured leather, and bark. So let's grab some bark. It's pretty easy. And yeah, by the way, secretly I didn't have to go do something to, while the stuff was working. No, I was totally just waiting on that to be done. Anyway, scoured leather, and 5 bark, and some bark. Go in the cauldron. So we're just gonna put a bunch of this stuff in here, and it should start going. Yes. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Let's get the rest of the stuff that we need for the bellows. And the bellows are important because we need to be able to... Basically, we're going to be working on getting the flames from the hibachi nice and hot. So we're going to need some planks. And these will be sawed up, and we'll be good to go. Better with mods is an interesting mod. Don't get me wrong, but it is definitely one that is kind of weird at times. Also, the cauldron looks really weird inside. But this is going to take a little bit of time. And we need to get... So there is the first tan leather. We need to get these sightings. So I think we just need to place 1 and 2. Okay, so we have sightings. We are going to need 2 leather belts, which we can go ahead and go make, and then we also need... Why is it rotated weird? It's strange. Can we turn this into something else? Molding, which turns into corners. And they get plenty of wooden gears. Actually kind of nice. Alright, so we'll let that set. Let's go get the 2 leather belts. We're going to need our shears. And is there anything... So we need leather straps. And we actually don't need one of those things. So we can get 2 of these nice and cut up. And we're making a lot more leather than I thought we needed, but that's fine. We actually only need 1 more piece. So let's take the scoured leather out. You know what? We can actually let that set. It's fine. And then what we can do is just cut this into cut leather. We'll get this taken care of, and then there is the bellows. So that is a nice, easy quest. Which unlocked something? No, thermal is not unlocked. So better with mods, we unlock the bellows. We'll get a loot chest for that, and then we can start working towards the hibachi. So the hibachi is a netherrack of the netherrack of the modern man. When receiving a redstone current, element inside heats up and uses a flint. Use flint and steel to ignite. The heated element causes the hellfire on the top of the hibachi to ignite, creating a fire in the space above the hibachi. The flame cannot be extinguished by hand, as the hibachi will reignite instantly as long as the hibachi is powered by redstone. Terminating redstone current and occluding the hibachi's surface with a block are the only 2 ways to extinguish the flame. So it's basically a redstone furnace like a fire source, as well as you can just put a block on top to give it. Bellows will extinguish normal fires, but will make the hibachis hotter, which allows us to do some really cool stuff with it. So we need to make a hibachi. That's what you should get from all of that. And the hibachi requires 3 concentrated hellfires. So we're going to need, well, a bunch of hellfire dust. So let's get that going. And that is going to require, we have 8. We're going to need 2 more sets of that. We don't need that much right now. So we're going to need, what, 16? I just have a whole bunch of ground netherrack because it's easier to have it like this. We do need to have a filter piece, so we need a piece of soul sand. And we gotta be careful with this kind of stuff because it can lead to bad things. Also, that should not be in there. That goes in there. Alright, so this is the one thing we need to hook this guy up to power. Put the filter and throw the ground netherrack in. And this is not bad, but it can be nasty. If we don't give it power, this thing can break and then cause really bad times. So there's some more tan leather, there's the hellfire dust, that will cook up and give us the concentrated hellfire. We're also going to need a heating element, so it's going to require some string, redstone, and blaze powder. All fairly straightforward. And redstone, blaze powder. Let's see, what can we use this for? We can make tanned leather pants, bellows, angel ring with the bat wings. Wow, that is not actually that bad, but these things are. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. What can we use the cut leather for? More strips. And then we can get the strips to make a haft. I don't even know what that is. Plate armor, glue, or more belts, leather belts, which we can make another saw. We'll need the leather belts for steel axles, so let's just keep those in there for now, and we'll get to that stuff later. We can't actually make steel because that is Soulforged Steel, so it's kind of more complicated. Anyways, what else do we need? We need redstone and some stone. Okay, that's straightforward enough. So we need another piece of redstone. Go ahead and put the bark away. And 4 stone for the hibachi. We're also going to need redstone signal, but we'll worry about that in a moment. In fact, I could just make this stuff pretty easily. So, redstone string and blaze powder. We have 2 of the concentrated hellfires. Now, these things can be used to, I believe, create fires in the ground, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and open up our loot chest. And of course, it's that. Oh my gosh, so much jerky. Let's just head up here. Let's eat. And you know what? Let's go check on our farms up here. So 57%, not bad. Okay. Is there like fertilizer? Mystical fertilizer or anything like that? We have fertilized essence. This requires a lot of solidified experience. Alright. And then mystical fertilizer requires diamonds. Lily pads of fertility. Yeah, we're not making those anytime soon. Lamps of fertility, that could be kind of cool. Alright. Worth a look. Let's go ahead and put that in there. We're getting a lot of stuff. And that's good. We're going to need a lot of extra things as we go. In terms of, like, we're going to want to get plenty of wood and string and apples and all that kind of fun stuff. And then we'll eventually be able to make a ton of dirt, water, dust, all that fun stuff. So this stuff should be done down here. And with the hibachi, we can start working on some really cool things. So that goes there, that goes there. And there's the hibachi. So detect cement, we're going to get another hibachi, which is really cool. And we can start making a kiln. And this is, well, important. It allows us to make some cool things. But it does require a hibachi. I don't know if it actually requires... let's take a look in... Hey, we got another loot chest. Let's open this. Absorption hopper. That's cool, but not useful. And it's also the second one we have. We can't place it now yet, so it's not that useful. So all this stuff, unfired stuff, we need a kiln, a stoked kiln. So I think we actually do need, let's grab our book. We're going to need a lot of things. We're going to probably want another set of bellows eventually. There's a lot of things we can do that's kind of cool. The turntable can actually be used to affect the bellows. And then, you know what, let's do something. Let's head upstairs for a second. Let's grab another chest. And we're going to start working, like, putting all the Better with Mod stuff down there. So, like, these redstone latches, even the hand crank will go down there. Just because it's going to make things a little bit easier. Let's actually make a ton of... We'll just make a ton of chests because we go through them often enough that I think it's worth it. Okay, there's all of our planks. And uses... ladders. It's weird. There's a lot of weird things. Anyways, we want the chests. We're going to make 12 chests. And we're going to put most of them back. Okay. So, I'm not entirely sure how I want everything to be. We're going to need bricks. That's the next thing to get, which that's just 4 bricks items, so 4 clay each. So we're going to need 5 sets of clay. And we'll go ahead and cook this up. It shouldn't take that long. And yeah, so let's set up the Better with Mods area. We're going to need to have a kiln. And it's going to have to be stoked. So the bellows works. You can either... So shift clicking them puts them where you want them to be. And you can get a lever. And I thought that's how you did it. No. How do the bellows work? I don't remember. I do believe you need a redstone signal. Oh, hey, that's odd. But it gave us a Minecraft lever back. Okay, so one big thing that we can do, we can set up more gearboxes and all that kind of fun stuff. Axles and gearboxes. Because we're going to want to set things up so that, yeah, all of this stuff is really easy to make. But we're going to want to set this stuff up so that we can basically have a ton of power things and set up plenty of torches, like, not torches, but we are going to need some torches. We are going to want a redstone torch, I do believe. But so we can set up things like various hibachis and just have everything running at command. And this is going to be a lot of work for what we're going to get into, but it's going to be worth it. So one thing that we need to look at is mechanical devices, the bellows. It will not retract until the... Okay, so it requires mechanical power. So I guess if we hook it up like this, and then we... No? That is strange. I don't remember how to do this. There's a way to get this to work that is really kind of clever and useful, but I don't remember how it works. So that's something we're going to have to... Yeah, we need to shift click with it to rotate it. That is definitely a thing. It will not retract until... So we need to have... So it's something like this. So if we want to just put an apple or something there. And that is exactly how it works. So if we had a hibachi here, that would be what stokes it. So we need to have a redstone signal to... Yeah, the secret is turntables. I'm just going to flat out say that. So let's see if we can get the bricks for the kiln. I'd love to be able to make all the kiln stuff today, even if it's mostly manually. Alright, there we go. So that is the kiln. We're going to get some wooden axles. Awesome. Let's claim that. Because I can always make more gearboxes pretty easily. And I don't know where the wooden axles went. Oh, there they are. Okay. Real quick, let's go ahead and... what do we want to put away? I guess let's head back downstairs and put some of the stuff that we're not going to set up right now away. So like the filtered hopper, we're going to use the wooden gears. We're going to get 3 more gearboxes. And then for now we're going to put this stuff away. We're going to do most of the stuff kind of manually, so it's not that big of a deal. And then the saw. So I will probably set up a lot of stuff off camera in terms of like getting the various things where we need them. What I'm trying to say by that is like the what am I actually trying to say with this? Getting like the millstone down farther and like hiding things a little bit more. I think something that's going to be important is kind of digging out that area, which will be cool. Shouldn't be too dangerous, but it might be, so we'll have to be smart about it. But anyways, let's open the loot chest. Got some more walruses. That's disappointing. Okay. So, the structure is constructed with a minimum of 5 brick blocks consisting of 1 air block enclosed on the bottom and at least 3 other sides, which includes the tops by said brick blocks. One block below the bottom must have a lit hibachi stoked by a bellows. Having more than 1 hibachi speeds up the progress, just like with the cauldron. Unfired pottery put in the center of the kiln will turn into the various kinds of pottery depending on what type. Yeah, the kiln is important. So basically, we have to have, let's put it here-ish. So we're going to break that. We're going to put the hibachi here. And I think we actually do need to use a flint and steel to light it. I'm not entirely sure on that, but we will grab that. And there it is. It's like, I know we have one. And then right here will be the bellows. So let's get a block here. And we do need to have redstone signal down here as well. And we're just going to put this on here. And for now, if we want to, like, do anything about this stuff... Oh, you don't need the flint and steel. Alright, never mind. So then the bellows goes here. And... let's... How do I want to do this for right now? Yeah, like this whole area we're gonna kind of make nicer. Get rid of these vines. So I could bring more stuff over, but we need to have brick, 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 brick. So this is a kiln. Once this is powered, which kind of want to use slabs here. You'll see why in a second, but let's go ahead and see if we can't make some cobble slabs. Should be able to, yeah. We're just gonna put that there. Okay. And this guy will need to get mechanical power. So one needs to go on the other side. I think that's right. And I guess we should probably put a gearbox here. Yeah, I'm gonna secure this area. Okay. So if we put an axle here. No, not like that. If we put an axle like this. So the input is... do 3. Let's see. Not there. One up. Please give me that. Most of this stuff is actually not that bad to get, but we're gonna want to like make this area a little bit nicer, and probably put a lot of these gearboxes underground, and make them so that we can actually like access them and whatnot. So I'm just gonna put some cobblestone for now, but that's where we want the gearbox, facing upwards. Actually not. Because I don't know if it can actually, like, get power. The gearboxes are kind of a pain to work with at times. They can only go 3. And just hook you in. So that is now working. You know what? I think we can actually do it this way. So there is number 3. We'll get the gearboxes. We'll put you here. And then... no, that's not going to work. Oh my gosh, these vines are everywhere. Okay. We need to like move this down one, and I don't know that we can do that easily. Because because it needs to have an axle in between. It's like this needs to move up one. But that's not what I really want to do. So let's just try to figure something out with this without like wasting too much more time. So if we want input from here, I guess, and then like input here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Man, these are such a pain to deal with. Oh man. Also falling is not good. So let's... I want to see something real quick. Can we potentially ignore using... Can we use the hand crank? I actually don't know if we can use the hand crank on the bellows or not. If we can, that's going to make my life a lot easier. Doesn't look like it. What if we put a gearbox and put that on the top? No, doesn't work. Alright, well, we tried. Let's just try to get something working. Let's turn that off. Let's break this. And we'll replace the... let's get everything kind of taken care of outside of the bricks. So we'll just replace all the bricks. I will figure out a good place to put this later. I just want to go ahead and make the kiln and get the first couple of things. So what we're going to want to do is clear our inventory out. Apologies for this. I wasn't expecting it to be this challenging to make a kiln. Let's put the lever here so we can break this one. And you know what? We're actually going to break this for now. I want to rework a lot of this stuff anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. I guess let's make a bunch of netherrack. And or cobblestone, I guess. So what we're going to want is this going into the bellows. Which will be here. I believe that's where the like air comes out of. So that means that the hibachi will need to be here. And then the kiln will be here. And that is awful. It looks awful, but it will work for the time being. And I want to make sure things are safe. We're going to put redstone signal there. And if we turn that on, we get a blue flame. So now we can start putting stuff like the planter in there. And it should process. We're just going to continuously like stoke the bellows. And this is where the turntable comes in handy. But there we go. There is the planter. We can get the crucible. And work towards everything else. So this is something I'm going to have to set up between episodes. It's not going to be too much of a problem. It's just going to be kind of figuring out where things go and making sure it's nice and safe from the outside world. because there is a lot of awful things out there. And there is the crucible. And then we're going to get the 2 soul urns as well. So the neat thing is what we can do with the turntable. The turntable turns kind of naturally. And we can just put a redstone signal on it to activate a bellows. Alright, there's that. Unfire urn. And once we're done with this, I do think that that's going to be pretty much it for today. Need to do a lot of work with some other stuff, but just go ahead and get this last one fired. And we can start working into more complex Better with Mod stuff. And I'll be honest, a lot of it is stuff I've never actually done before. I've never really made the kiln before. That is something that I never needed to do when I worked with Better with Mods. Mostly just the saw that I always needed. I have worked with the hibachi before, but yeah, so we have a bunch of really cool things. Let's go ahead and check the quest book. We got that one done, and we have all these guys done. So we're getting to the point where we don't have much more to do. So the urn, let's go ahead and claim that. We'll get another urn, another 2 vases, 2 more planters, and then the crucible, which is super duper useful. This thing is required to make ooh, we can make diamond ingots from diamond nuggets. That is actually really nice. So there's obviously a lot of things. Soulforged Steel is going to be something we need, which requires soul urns, and yeah, a lot of interesting things. So we need to get some stuff set up before we can really work with all that. I am going to dump most of that stuff in. Alright, and let's actually put the book in there as well. Alright, we have 4 loot chests. Let's open them. Some strength potions, wireless RF transmitters, and a Majora's Mask. Alright, what else we've got? We've got most of the stuff before. Those do not go in there, but I think this... oh, no, it's not. Put most of this stuff away. The netherrack does not go in there, though. And then plant fibers. Okay. Bones, skeleton bones, diamond pickaxe, and an iron battle axe. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, we can't put those away, so we'll have to wait. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. Next time, what we're going to do is we're probably going to get into more things with Better with Mods. Like I said, I'm going to work towards getting all of the gearboxes and everything set up nicely so that we can have a nice little area for Better with Mods over here with everything kind of set up where we want it and how we want it. We'll probably end up needing to make some more bellows and turntables eventually. But the cauldron, I believe, has... yeah, there's some stoked cauldron recipes that we're also going to need at some point. And yeah, lots of things to be done. We'll see kind of what we need and whatnot as we go forward. But that's going to be it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!